My girlfriend just gave birth to our first child. I know I'm not the biological father, and I revealed I knew as soon as she gave birth. I'll try to keep this short because I'm planning to go to a bar soon. I found out when she was about 6 months along. The guy, Brian, approached me at my work. "Are you Sarah's boyfriend?" I said yeah and asked what he wanted. He said he was sorry that he had slept with her and swore he didn't know that she was with someone. I don't believe that. He then pulled out his phone to show the texts between them. They had been sleeping together, or linking up, for at least a year. Then she found out she was pregnant, and they came to an agreement to just pretend the baby was mine. In return, she wouldn't lose her perfect life and he wouldn't be responsible for a baby. I knew it was weird. We had been having problems trying for a baby, and all of a sudden she got pregnant so easily. But he explained that he had been thinking about it, and he recently became a Christian. He said that he couldn't live his life knowing that I was living a lie while his child didn't know their real father. So yeah, I told him I'd keep in touch, and to not say that he said anything just yet. I've had a lot of time to think, but ultimately I decided to wait until she gave birth, to hurt her in her most vulnerable moment. I'll spare the details, but she went into labor, baby was born, and was taken to the NICU to be monitored for a bit. What should have been a beautiful moment of me holding my baby was the most heartbreaking time of my life. Just knowing he was not mine hurt me. Once she was sewn up and comfortable, I started packing up my stuff to leave. She asked where I was going, and I just told her. I know I'm not baby's name's father. You can act all shocked, but I know. Just ask Brian to come. I'm positive he'll sign the birth certificate. Then I left. She's been calling my phone over and over, even sending texts as I type this, and has even gotten her sister to call me a few times. It was hard pretending these last few months, but I think I'm satisfied. I feel really heartbroken though. I was planning to propose to her on the day our baby was born. I was gonna make her the happiest woman ever. Oh well, I'm going to go get really drunk now. Small update. Head hurts, but I'm home and safe. I wasn't really expecting this to gain as much traction as it did, but I'll clear up a few things. Brian is going to be in the baby's life if it's his. I don't care what anyone says, I'm sure the kid isn't mine. I'll go get tested, but me and Brian have been in contact since last night, and there isn't a doubt in my mind. For those of you calling me a psychopath or whatever, I don't really care. You'll all forget about this post in a day anyway, while I'll have to live with this mess for the rest of my life. What I did wasn't amazing, but I don't care. All I ever did was treat her amazing, and this is how she pays me back. If you think this is fake, go read something else. Doesn't matter to me. I did a sigh of relief when I saw you're not married to this woman. Take power from that. You can move on much easily. Same good riddance. Shoot, I'm relieved he didn't sign the birth certificate. Some states consider him the actual father at that point. Get a DNA test just to be 100% sure the child isn't yours, but you did the right thing leaving her. Make sure you have the text from Brian, so she can't twist the narrative. ETA. You also need the DNA test, so she can't put you on child support. Because if you're in the USA, it'll be hell to get you off if it once the courts deem you the father. My thing is other guys saying, oh, I didn't want to be involved with the baby, so I'll put it on you. But then turns around and says, I couldn't let you live like that, bro. So he just handed you mess on a tray, then said, I'll let you handle it, because I'm still not trying to be involved. You got it, big dog. I plotted revenge against my ex-husband when I found out he was cheating on me when I was pregnant with our son. It felt good in the moment to stick it to him by telling the husband of his mistress what went on. But I was still miserable. It's been 3 years, and I'm still in therapy for what he did. Best of luck, OP. I hope you get therapy too. So sorry that you're going through this, friend. I hope you have a good evening at the bar. How did she react when you were leaving after telling her you knew? Her eyes got really wide and she started to say, wait, but I was already closing the door when she started talking more. In the texts and voicemails she's left me, she explains that Brian is lying, and if I will just pick up the phone, she'll explain. I mean, I have a copy of their text messages, so I'm very tempted to send them to her, but I really don't want to give her any attention right now. What your ex did was horrible. Get drunk, cry it out, and then move on. She doesn't deserve more than that. No alcohol, just make a week-long trekking. Physical activity help a lot to relieve the head problems. To play devil's advocate here, if you get a DNA test, which you should, and find out that you are, in fact, the father of the baby, would you try to work things out and be a family? Or are you just done? I like to say once a cheat, always a cheat. But if the baby is yours, then please be there for him. Don't let her actions affect how you treat your child. 100% this. The baby deserves its real father in his life. To many fatherless kids out there in the world as it is, yeah, what your ex did was really awful. But don't you think it's a bit sadistic to split up with her immediately after she gave birth? You could have done it 3 months ago when you found out, given her a little time to plan while she's dealing with looking after a new human. As I said, what she did was awful, but 2 wrongs don't make a right. You've stooped to her level, rather than being a better person. Yeah, his actions will also ultimately hurt the baby, as the mother will. Now not just be a single mom, but will also have to deal with the emotions, the shock and the stress of this situation. She should be in a good space to raise this child and give it a warm home. Kid doesn't deserve this. I'm really sorry this happened, man. Nobody deserves that. That mess she pulled is absolutely evil. It'll get better with time and you will be happy again with someone you deserve. Move on and let her and Brian handle that situation on their own. Part of me doubts he's even gonna step up like he said he would. But who knows? Hopefully, he's a good guy. Imagine how embarrassed you'd be if the kid ends up being yours. She still cheated though, obviously,